that someone gets mine.
I hope
So
it's
don't get mine. I hope that
Oh, I'm
someone
almost there.
message
in
in
a
a
bottle.
So we hope that the messages that you guys are sending aren't going to be in a bottle. But I kind of liked it.
Well, we definitely don't want a message in a bottle because we definitely don't know where that's going to go and who's going to open that bottle and who's going to read it.
But if you did send a message in a bottle, you might get it opened by somebody across the world and across the globe. And that was the whole point of going global. You need to know that your message could end up anywhere. Good segue. Anyway.
That was great.
Yeah. So it's Tuesday, Tech Tuesday.
And we have tech today. And I think what's really cool about these is that I'm not sure a lot of people know that these particular things exist,
Right.
that you can track and find out if anybody's talking about you. Instead of sending a message in a bottle, you can actually find it on your computer.
Exactly. And that's always key. You should know where where your name is being mentioned and what's going on with it, because then you'll be able to see if it was important enough for somebody to share or send out. And that's really key for you understanding if your message is getting through.
Well, I think the whole concept of, I can't remember, a long time ago, it was, well, what you don't know doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what you don't know can, because you want to know what people are saying. I've said many times, you know what, if people are talking behind your back, that's a good thing. And you also can find out if somebody's talking about you, what they're saying. And to me, information is extremely valuable. Knowledge is power. If you know it and the perception out there of your brand is incorrect, you can change it. Or if the image out there of your brand is great, then you know you're on track. Like it's perfect. So I'm going to segue in and I'm going to talk about, this is probably the easiest. There's lots of different social media schedulers and all of that kind of stuff. But this one, you're actually able to track who. So this is Hootsuite. And I know this can look a little bit overwhelming, but the concept of Hootsuite is basically it's a social media scheduler. So that's the concept. However, it's also a social listening platform. And social listening is really important when you want to know what's being said about your brand behind your back.
Right.
And you could continue to Google your name. You can continue to go to all of these different places, but it's a lot easier if you have one place that you can go and it tracks it for you. What a concept. Exactly. So in Hootsuite, what I like about it is that you can add streams. So for example, if I wanted to know what people were saying on Twitter, I could find out my mentions. Mm-hmm. I could find the new followers, what's going on, but also you can add keywords. So you could literally have a list of all the different conversations, the tweets, the social media posts, all that stuff that's happening about a specific keyword. And you could put the keyword as your name, subject, industry words, what your clients are looking for, general terms, whatever that looks like, but you can put them in there and find it. On Instagram, same concept, but what's even better is that you can follow a particular hashtag using Hootsuite as well and add that stream in. And again, keywords, are people putting, what hashtags are they using? What's the conversations being had out there? Are people mentioning you? Are they using your name as a hashtag? Are they using something similar? So I go to search for hashtags if you're going to start talking about a specific brand in a different way. You want to make sure, what are people talking about? What are they using? Is that hashtag out there and what are they saying about it?
Right.
So such a great way to understand your brand. And this is global. This is not this is worldwide. So somebody on the other side of the world could be having this conversation about this particular topic and you could join that conversation. That's the whole concept of social media, but social listening is so important.
And the cost?
Free.
Yay! We love free.
We do love free. So think about that. What does that look like? I'm going to put a link to just the hootsuite.com as I stop my sharing.
Mhm.
So Hootsuite's a great one. I'll put it's just hootsuite.com. Again, the free version, you can use it as a scheduler. I don't love some of the schedulers out there. I find it, but I like it more from a social listening perspective because you can look at the feed and see what everyone's saying about a particular topic or about you.
Yeah, I mean that's the key. So remember, why is this useful? It's useful right now so you can see, keywords and what other people are doing. But once you start getting your message out, then you can see, what if it's working, if you're getting mentioned. The other thing too is to keep in mind is it's not a bad thing to do right now to see where you're showing up, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And again, if you want to launch a program, use those keywords, find out if there's hashtags that are being used on that particular name as well.
Yep.
All right. That is mine. What is yours?
We have two more. We have one that shockingly people don't know. This is like so the main guru of all of the internet is Google, as you know. And there's something called Google Alerts, and it's a great little thing that you can sign in for free. And you can just put your name in if you want. And then every time there's a mention of your name, you will get emailed. And so you can get emailed once a week, once a month, whatever you want. Or you can have, if you want to know when your competitors are mentioned or if your brand is mentioned. So the cool thing, again, is it's free, it's easy, and it's Google. So the truth is there isn't really anyone more powerful than Google out there on the internet. So if you're not signed up for alerts, I'm shocked because I think everyone I know puts their own name in for alerts. I certainly do. And like a lot of times you ignore it because, you get the emails and they like, oh, sometimes it's a Facebook mention or whatever. But then every once in a while, it surprises you. So it's a great, great tool. It's, again, free, and it is Google. So
it's Google. You can't beat Google.
No. And then the other one is one that I use for some of the companies that I do work with, and it's called Brand Mentions. And this one's the one that's a cost. But what Brand Mentions is, it's kind of fascinating because you can do this. It's the same effect. You put that in, but it goes even further. So it digs down to like exact URLs, when they're mentioned, what they're mentioned in. It's a really, really great feed. It's very robust, but there is a cost to it. But I use it for other companies. And this morning I just logged in and I put my name in just for giggles. And if you guys remember that I talked about yesterday about feng shui, and I used to write these articles, and boom, up came my name in an article that was written on September 14th in the Feng Shui magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and I was
wow, that's crazy.
So whenever you might not, I'm not sure if Google goes to that depth because Google goes for the searches and what they find, but I think this one goes right into, I guess, directory articles and newspapers and magazines and everything, everywhere that I guess they can. And that's why there's a cost, because it's that robust. So
exactly.
It's another great one if you are at the point where you have established a really great brand and you want to go one step further and do some more analytics. It's not one that you need to run out and pay for now. Okay. It's just a great one, but you can, if you really want to just have fun with it, I think there's a 7-day free trial.
Yeah, there is a free trial on it.
So just do the free trial. So Stacy and I do a lot of free trials, like a lot of free trials, because we just want to see if there's something out there that's cool, because if it's good, we will pay for it.
Absolutely.
So I would always recommend you guys just go ahead, do the free trial, grab all the information you can learn for those 7 days, right? And then, when you're ready for it, go back and grab it. But there's so much out there to give you all the information you need to see what people are basically thinking of you, sharing, saying. And then, so there's no excuse. You can't say, I don't know what's going on, because you have free tools to do that.
Exactly. And I love the Google Alerts as well, because again, that comes up in all kinds of different ways, and that's free, which is fantastic. So free.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. It's an easy way to get your, to understand, are you moving in the right direction?
And just understanding again what's going on. I even whatever you're doing, to understand what people are saying out there, how they're positioning different things. And again, understanding whether you're being talked about and how you are being talked about. I think that's the biggest one, because again, perception is reality, and how people, you said yesterday, right? I know people buy that's the tech girl, that's this person or whatever. So how are you being positioned out there? And again, knowledge is power. So if you know what's being said out there with your brand, or anything that you want to start a project on, or anything like that, this is a great way to find it.
Yeah.
All right. It's a short one today, so go set up those Google alerts and see what people are saying behind your back.
Yeah. We'll see you on Point, people. We'll see you Wednesday and Thursday. And for the rest of you, we'll see you Friday, free for all in this group.
Bring your questions. We'll see you then.
Bye.